everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I am doing a get ready with me because I'm going to a gig tonight. I'm going to see Kiss tonight and I'm so excited that I thought I would do a get ready with me and take my time, have a chat, have a catch up, because I don't think I've done a get ready with me in quite a while, and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity. I am using a lot of products that I've used numerous times on my channel. I'm not going to specifically talk about each item because we would be here all day, but yeah, I thought I'd just like sit down, have a chat. This will be like the last video that I film maybe on this phone because I got a new phone the other day and I'm hoping that the quality is going to be slightly improved. But yeah, we'll just see how we get on with this one. On my Instagram I did write what eye look should I do, because you know, Kiss are a band that are actually quite fun, and like their lyrics are not like heavy metal or anything like that. They're just like a fun like 70s 80s band, and I did a poll for colourful eye look or dark or emo, and for some bizarre reason my friends and people who follow me on there want me to do a dark emo look. And so I thought, okay, let's just do something. So I'm going to start on the eyes while I just randomly chat about stuff. But I mean, I have been going to so many gigs this year already. Like, I'm counting myself very lucky because I mean, over the past few years I haven't been to as many gigs as I normally go to. And so this year has been like, I've been to more gigs so far. We're only up to like July. Than I've been in so long. I mean, the beginning of the year I went to see a band called Brian's Gentown Massacre, who are a band that I discovered, I would say, like a year and a half ago. They were playing at the Kentish Town Forum, so I took my husband because he'd never heard of them, and I obviously wanted to experience it with him. I then saw Cannibal Corpse as well, like literally a few weeks later. They are one of my favourite bands ever. I think I did do a get ready with me or something like that when I was going to it, or it might have been a TikTok, I can't remember. But I just and then I've also been to see Elton John this year. That was insane. One of my closest friends in the whole world, she actually works at a venue, and she was very kindly enough to go like, do you want to go to a concert, do you want to go to this gig, and blah blah blah. And she also got me a ticket to see Roger Waters, which was again one of the most amazing experiences, because Pink Floyd are one of my favourite bands in the whole world. And even seeing Elton John, even though she purchased tickets for that, she is a massive fan, so I was really happy that we could like go together, because it was like his last day in London. And I have watched his performance on Glastonbury, which was so freaking amazing. That man is like just a true entertainer, and even seeing him live was just breathtaking, because someone like him who's had a career spanning decades is just like amazing, and to have music that is so loved and kind of appreciated by so many various different fans was so much fun. And tonight I'm going to Kiss, and then Saturday I'm gonna go and see Bruce Springsteen. So by the time that that this video comes out, I would have already seen Bruce. I'm not gonna like, I might put a picture or something, I don't know. But I'm going in with my Melt Cosmetics Love and Butterflies palette, because I'm going in with the purples. Just thought I'd quickly mention that. Yeah, and then in November, the day before my birthday, I'm going to see Queens of the Stone Age, who I believe it was like last year I was obsessed with Queens of Stone Age. Like, I was listening to them like non-stop every day, and it's not to say that I was listening to the first time. It was kind of like, you know, when you kind of rediscover bands but you listen to them properly. That was me for Queens of Stone Age, and I was just listening to them non-stop. And obviously like last year they didn't have any tours, because now that they have a new album out they are touring, and they're actually playing like a day before my birthday, so I am so freaking excited. And then my friend who I mentioned earlier, she got us tickets to see The Prodigy, so I'm going to that, and I'm probably gonna have to need like a year to recover, because I see that the crowds that they have are just mental. And I for one used to go to like, well, I still do, when I go to like heavy metal gigs, the crowd could be really intense, but I never have been one to kind of go into the crowd and kind of mosh pit and stuff. I have in the past, but now I don't even like standing up at gigs. I'm just like an old woman. I'm just like, I want to stand in the back, I want to just chill, blah blah blah. And then we also got tickets to see Foo Fighters next year, so I'm so excited. I have seen them once before, when Taylor was obviously still with us, but I'm just really intrigued to see, because they're playing at Stratford, like Olympic Park, whatever it's called, and I do not like that venue. I do not like the experience I had the first time I saw Foo Fighters, because the crowd were just a bunch of morons. I mean, I was, you know, I've loved Foo Fighters for a really long time. Dave Grohl is an amazing artist, even though he can be a bit of a pain in the butt, because he is literally everywhere. Like, even at Glastonbury, he was like popping up everywhere, and I was like, can you just please go away for like 5 minutes? And I know he is like one of the nicest people in like music world and blah blah blah. I still feel like sometimes it's nice to just have a bit of distance from certain people, but yeah, I'm really excited to see Foo Fighters, because they are a great band, and we'll see what it's like obviously without Taylor, because I didn't really catch their Glastonbury set, because I really haven't had a chance to watch it. But yeah, I'm really excited. So that's kind of like my gigs for this year and next year so far, and I'm honestly like super excited, because during like COVID and stuff, obviously we couldn't go to gigs and we couldn't really experience like what we used to, because like I mentioned, back in the day I used to go to so many gigs. Like at uni, I used to every other week I would go to a gig, because it's the bands that were playing, and I could really afford it more at the time, mainly because of my student loan. Like, I went to uni and just used my student loan on gigs. That was that was mainly it for me. But I just really love the atmosphere of gigs. I'm not like, it's kind of like the cinema these days. I try my best to not go to it as much as I used to, because I just don't maybe enjoy the experience of like getting home, or just the experience of so many people being around me that I don't know, because I get really anxious around people I don't know. But I just feel like sometimes life is too short to not go to a gig, because it's like it's just a lot of fun. I remember like the endorphins that you get when you listen to music, it's just like no other feeling. And music is so important to me. Like, I've just grown up with music, and like most people, like music is such a like an escape, and having something that special is a bit of a privilege. I mean, because, you know, not everyone can afford to go to a gig, or they know people to kind of get them into gigs and stuff. But if you have a chance to go and see someone that you love and someone that you admire, and you kind of are in that moment, it's such a special thing. Like, I really wish I could see like even just some of my favorite artists, like any of the guys from Led Zeppelin. Like, I know I don't really talk about them that much on my channel, to be honest, but if you know me enough to know that I am a big fan of Led Zeppelin. Like, a big fan is a bit of an understatement. They are literally everything to me. Like, they mean so much, and anytime that any of them kind of do something, I try my best to go. Like, I couldn't see Robert Plant like last year, because he was playing at like Hyde Park, which was a bit of a weird one. I think I was working that day, so I couldn't go. But yeah, any chance I get to go and like see any of my favorite performers or artists or anything, I'm always trying my best. All right, I'm done with the eyes. I'm quite happy. I mean, is it the most amazing look ever, or emo look ever? No, but it's something that I'm happy with. So we're just gonna move on to the rest of the face. So, I mean, what else have I been doing with my life? I honestly, when people say to me, what do I do on my like time off, I really have nothing to say, because I really am so boring. Like, I literally work like 30 hours a week, and I know that's probably not as much to a lot of people, but is what it is. Yeah, I work, and then even on my days off I film my videos, or I'm like at home, or I'm seeing my friends and stuff. But it's such a kind of like, I don't know what to do with my time sometimes, because if I don't have any plans and I'm at home and I'm not filming, I'm literally just like watching films, or I'm constantly just like watching YouTube. I have a really bad habit of like just watching stuff that I like, and I don't ever watch anything new. So I mean, one thing that stands out to me more recently, I literally watched the whole first season of The Bear in like less than a day. I think on a Saturday I watched 2 episodes, and then on Sunday I watched like the remaining 6 in just like one go. I was just like, this show is really amazing. And now the second season is out on like Hulu or something, and I know that Disney own Hulu and that's why it's on there, but I just really want to see the second season now, because it seems like there's a really like big cast in it. If you haven't seen The Bear, I really recommend it. It is a lot of fun. Like it's kind of like, when I first started watching it, I'm like, this is a really slow show. Like, it's what's going to happen, who are these characters, because some of them are kind of like just their characters, like you feel like they don't really bring much to the story. But as soon as like the story progresses and you find out more about each person, it becomes a really like interesting show. And I know that, like I mentioned, in the second season they've got like a lot more famous people, because in the first season I don't think they had many like cameos or something, but I guess for like a brand new show, a lot of people probably don't know what to expect. But yeah, I just basically binged it, and I know each episode is probably like 30 minutes, and I know one of the episodes is literally like 20 minutes, but it is a lot of fun. Like, I really think it's really good. Yeah, I highly recommend it. I mean, I've not been watching anything else. I mean, I started to watch a couple of episodes of Black Mirror, and I mean, I like the previous seasons, and I've only seen like 2 episodes of the new season, and I don't think it's kind of as good as it used to be. Like, I remember when Black Mirror first came out, and it was so like edgy, and it was so like a lot going for it, and everyone would be talking about it and kind of shocked and this and that. And I feel like, you know, some people have been talking about the first episode, which is like Joan is awful or something like that, and I thought it was an okay episode. I'm not going to talk about spoilers or anything, because twists and stuff like that, I don't really like revealing twists, because it's kind of unfair for people who haven't maybe had a chance to watch anything. But I feel like that one's okay. And then the second one, which was the Loch, I don't know, it was about like the Loch Ness monster or something, I thought that one was okay. I kind of drifted off here and there to like when I was watching it, and that's obviously not like the best sign for me, because for me, I need to be like gripped and not constantly checking my phone, even though I have the worst habit in the world. Even though I'm watching something, I'm kind of like, let me check my phone. And it doesn't help that I'm in a group chat with some of my friends and all we do is just like chat shit all day. But I feel like it's yeah, a certain show has to like grip me, or kind of, yeah, just keep my attention. I mean, I haven't really done much else. I went to see The Flash, and it was so funny because I think I might be one of the only people in this like world that likes it. And I'm not talking about like Ezra Miller and what they've been up to. I'm talking about like the film itself, because I am a really big fan of Michael Keaton's Batman. Like, I've said this so many times, but he is my favourite Batman ever. I'm not a fan of Ben Affleck's Batman, and people can hate me all they want to, I don't care. He is not like, Ben Affleck is not a good Batman in my opinion. I think he's kind of okay with the material that he's given, because the Batman and Superman movie was not great, Justice League was not great, and I know I'm talking about these movies that they're like, you know, a couple of years old, so it's not like that they're new or anything, but it's just kind of like me bringing my perspective on like his take, and I just did not really enjoy his take, and that's okay. Like, not everyone is gonna feel the same. I'm just gonna add like a bit of bronzing, because I feel like I'm a bit pale, and I know that I would probably completely fit in when I go to the gig tonight. People who are a bit pale and a bit yeah, just ghost-like. Everything is drying up very quickly on my face, and I think this massive fan that I have on in my room is not going to help, but in all honesty, it's so warm, outside, and it's so warm in the flat that I live in that if I do not have my fan on, my face will melt before I've even gone outside, and that is not what I want, because I actually want my makeup to look quite decent today. Not that I'm obviously impressing anyone, I just want to feel pretty. I want to look pretty. But yeah, talking about gigs, I've just been thinking recently, like a lot of people say to me like, oh, what's your favorite gig and all this and that, and sometimes I cannot answer because I've been to so many gigs in my life. I've been to quite a few festivals, and when you kind of think about all the different gigs that and the artists that I've experienced, there's kind of just like no way to even like answer something. So if you have like a favorite artist, or if you have like a favorite band that you've seen and they really like blew you away, please let me know, because I'm very intrigued what is going on. I'm just trying to like use my Charlotte Tilbury sponge, the matte wand, and this seems like it is really dried up, and I haven't used this in like a week or two, but it shouldn't have dried up that quickly. My god. Okay, yeah, we got some color now. Yeah, I think there's so many bands out there that I have seen, and some I'm really like privileged to like be able to see some of my favorite artists. Like I mentioned, Robert Plant, I've seen him like 4 times now, and each time has just been like just utter perfection. And I'm not just gonna say that because he is like my favorite singer of all time, and I know all of my friends and my family are very bored of me talking about Led Zeppelin, but I will never stop talking about them. Just like when you have a favorite band, they're your favorite for a reason, and obviously you talk about them all day for a reason. But some bands that I've even seen that have like really surprised me and I've become a fan of and stuff like that. But I just feel like gigs are so important to like experience. So like I said, if you haven't had a chance to experience your favorite artists and they're still around, and if you can see them, honestly, like it would change your life, because like just being able to just like go and see live music in general is amazing. Like I remember during COVID, it was like obviously not the easiest for people. Like a lot of people struggled in their own way and struggled with not doing their normal routine, which for some people is going to a lot of gigs. And then for me, I just tried my best to kind of feel happy when it came to like going to gigs and, you know, appreciating what I really have. Now that like gigs are kind of, everything is quote unquote back to normal, it's important like to kind of still remember the struggles that we had during those years. But obviously a lot of artists were not making money and this and that, and now like when you look at gig ticket prices, like the one Kiss I'm seeing tonight, the first time that I saw them at the O2, my friend kindly did give me a ticket for free, and this time I'm going through like a work thing, so I'm gonna sit in one of the suites, so I'm really excited like how that's gonna work. And just being able to kind of experience music like that again, because they always put on like the most amazing show. That's why I wanted to see them again, even though last time they were like, this is our last tour, and now this is like they're playing again, and I was like, okay, I need to like, I do really love their music, and I have been a fan of theirs for quite a few years as well, so it's not like I'm just going for the sake of it. But I just, yeah, I love I love their music, and I love Kiss in general. I'm putting on like 2 highlighters, look at me. But yeah, I'm just, yeah, super excited. Okay, I had to just stop because this is going way too like on so long, and I thought I would just finish off like my lips and my mascara and everything. But I'm just gonna use my setting spray now because it's only like 1:30 in the afternoon and I've got this to last until like 11 o'clock at night. So I'm just gonna put my setting spray on. So this is the NYX dewy finish, and I've got my fan on, so it's gonna dry so much quicker. And normally this is where I would end my video, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to wear. So this is nothing that I don't normally do like stuff like this, but I thought, you know what, let's be a bit different just so I could show you guys what I tend to wear at gigs. So I'm going to change my location and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm dressed and ready. kind of. So I've got my t-shirt on, so this is my Led Zeppelin t-shirt, this is their third album. I'm being proper geeky and dorky and I don't care, but yeah, this is normally the kind of look that I go for when I go to gigs because it's so like casual for me. But the skirt I'm wearing today, oh my god, I'm obsessed. So I've had this skirt for a couple of months now. I've only worn it once, but this is my Frankenstein's monster skirt, and I would not normally wear this when I'm going out because it's not exactly what I would call like friendly to wear, but it's like amazing. I spent a lot of money on this skirt and I'm just gonna bloody wear it, so I thought I'd wear this today. I'm also going to be wearing my patch jacket, so this is what people call war jackets in the, you know, metal world. And one day I think I will do a video talking about my jacket because it is like, for me, it's one of my loves. And yeah, I tend to wear this with one of my hoodies because it's just easy to wear, and it's quite cold today, so I'm not exactly just gonna like wear it by itself, but I will definitely do a video one day talking about it because it's got all like my favorite bands on there and just things in general that I love. But yeah, this is me ready, and yeah, I'm super looking forward to it. Let me know if you've enjoyed this style of video, because when I go to gigs in the future I will do more get ready with me's. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you guys very soon. Bye.